If this was an incarcerated person who was harming an officer, there would have been a public outcry for charges and a life sentence.
I'm gonna say this: he would have been chained and beat by the rest of the guards if he put his hands on a guard. I'm speaking big facts here. We spend more per person on incarceration than we do on education. Obviously, if you haven't heard, Jeff Landry, the day after the Super Bowl, of all fucking days, of all fucking weeks, said that he is going to kill every single person on death row through his new shiny gas chamber. And he's going to use nitrogen epoxia to do that. And the death warrants started rolling out. The biggest factor is that the lieutenant colonel at death row basically told them yesterday, you're all probably going to get death warrants.
We had ChatGPT generate a list of the 10 positives and negatives of being a prison wife without trying to be unbiased.
Look, oh my God, not the leopard print.
He knows I love leopard print. This man knows me. And he made me, all for who are listening, a crossword, a Valentine's Day crossword puzzle. He made me love coupons and a Valentine's Day crossword puzzle.
I always say this: if you can make it through COVID, you can make it through in a prison system. You can make it through anything.
The way they were just closing the prison every other week was crazy.
Yeah. I will say, you will never meet a more loyal partner than a prison wife or a prison husband, because the amount of loyalty and dedication that we have to give and sacrifice, you will never meet a more down chick than a prison wife.
Yeah. All right, I know you don't know the chant, but I just need you to sing along with me, and I need everyone else to just pretend to and sing along if you know.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Fly, eagles fly on the road to victory. Fly, eagles fly.
Eagle fly.
Get a touchdown. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
2, 3.
Hit 'em low, hit 'em high. Watch our eagles fly. Fly, eagles fly on the road to victory. EAGLES, Eagles.
Majestic. Caw-caw. Okay.
Go
Sorry,
birds.
I came in too fast.
Go birds.
Go birds.
We got 2
Congratulations.
Super Bowl rings now.
Yeah.
Party. Please do not climb the light poles.
I saw they went crazy in Philly.
They always do.
After the Super Bowl.
They always do. I saw all kinds of shit, all kinds of videos. I saw a bunch of people. I saw them carrying a traffic light.
Yes.
Like what?
That's what I saw.
I don't. They know how to celebrate, you know?
Yeah. Well, I was going to tell you, people in New Orleans, I mean, we usually don't like the Eagles fans, especially when the Saints are playing the Eagles, but the people in New Orleans loved the Eagles fans. I don't know why. I'm sorry, Kansas City fans, but we loved hosting the Super Bowl, but we really took, like, the Eagles fans were hands down amazing. So,
Oh my gosh, they like took over like that whole area down in Bourbon Street, like partying, having a good time with everyone, and like they went right in, and then like you said, it sounded like it was a home field game at that point.
There was a lot. I was going to say there's a lot more Eagles fans here, I felt, than Kansas City fans. I feel like Kansas, I told you what I said. I feel like some people were just too scared to come down here after what happened on New Year's.
Yeah.
But Philly's like, F it, because it's not 10 minutes.
You can go to Love Park in Philly and not be safe, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. They were like, this ain't a problem.
Yeah,
for us.
yeah.
You know, we're used. Even though the city was like really safe because they had so many detailed police officers. They had the new barricades up. So,
Everything.
but yeah, I mean, we love the Philly fans. I mean, and listen, like, I think it was because we weren't playing you guys.
Yeah.
So it was actually nice to enjoy.
You didn't have like that extra layer of hating us, because everyone does hate us. But
Y'all are
it's
rough.
true.
Y'all are a really tough fan
It
base. I mean, let's be real.
It's true because I remember when I went to my first Eagles game and like experienced it. And of course, like I'm an Eagles fan, so it's like it's one way for me. But like then I went to a game that was like for neither. Eagles weren't playing. So and it was interesting to see how like that home team didn't really act like how we all acted in Philly. And I was like, oh, so like you guys don't boo when the other players get injured? Like, oh, like got it.
We're just assholes. Oh, sorry, can't cuss. We're just a-holes.
Oh my
Sorry.
God.
But no, I really enjoyed watching the game. I loved to see. I'm sorry, I did not want Kansas City to get three-peat.
I
I
couldn't
know
have
we have a
picked
lot of
them.
Kansas City fans, but I think the better team won. I mean, I'm just gonna say it.
Uh,
So
yeah, I don't know. I don't know who showed up to that game, but
they just seemed off. Like I've watched Kansas City throughout the season, and I was just kind of shocked at what I was seeing because it just didn't seem. But hey, y'all's defense kicked butt, big time.
I saw some meme that said that you said must have been helping them pay for the refs, and they weren't funded anymore. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
All
okay, I
right.
guess if that's the only way we can get through this is by
Yeah.
laughing. Fuck.
All right, guys. Well, we're here. Paige has got her green Eagle
My Kelly
shirt.
Green, for
Her
anyone
Kelly
who can't
green.
see, represent.
You want to show everybody?
Yeah, it's Saquon doing his little.
Oh, nice. His jump.
Like, how does he
Yes.
do that? We don't know.
He is an incredible man. I will say
He
that he's
he
an
is.
incredible
His
man.
family, they're so beautiful.
Well, Kate Paige has got her majestic Eagle shirt on, and we're glad that they won. Sorry, Kansas City fans. I know a few in particular. Some of my friends are Kansas City fans, so
Yeah.
sorry, guys. But anyway, and welcome, guys. We are celebrating episode 46,
We are.
and next week is going to be episode 47, which is our 1 year birthday
Yeah, it's like
of the pod.
the real birthday is like in between that, but
Yeah.
it'll happen after we film this, and then
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
episode will be.
It'll be a few days late, but hey, happy belated.
Yay!
So, welcome everybody to Love Within Walls, a Prison Wife podcast. I am your friendly host, Gigi here, and I'm here with the victorious
Paige, your friendly host, Paige.
All right, and we're here. And before we start our pod, though, let's give a shout out to our sponsor, Beyond Bars Imaging. Go ahead and hit up Paige. She's been posting a lot of cute. Oh my God, are they cute? Valentine's Day TikToks, reels, pictures, all of it. The last one you did of a waller of ours, Mona. I'm gonna say her name. She knows who she is. She's wonderful. I love her. And their picture came out so freaking cute.
They're a
So
cute couple.
they are a very
Yeah.
cute couple. So shout out Mona. Your picture was great. Thanks to Paige. Paige is a genius. And if you need your holiday pictures that are coming up, like Easter, spring, St. Patty's, Mardi Gras, whatever you need. If you just need pictures merged, you can hit up Paige, slide into her DMs. She will be happy to make your pictures look amazing. Or if you can't take pictures, merge them together, and she will make your pictures look like real photos. So hit a girl up.
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready? Because we have a big what up with that for sure.
Yeah, we
Everybody
definitely
knows what
do.
I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get my
Unfortunately.
sound bird. I really was not ready today, but that's okay. We're going to get it.
We're
Here we
gonna all
go.
get through it.
All right. What up with that legislation? Paige, do you have anything?
I
to
have
start us off?
a few things actually.
Ooh.
I have a small little follow up to the story that we touched on again last week about Robert Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Brooks' father has spoke in Albany that, his son was the one who was killed and while he was handcuffed and was beaten by over a dozen correctional officers at the Marcy Correctional Facility, let's name it. None of
Mm-hmm.
the officers have been criminally charged or fired as of yet. I just want to bring attention to that fact.
Wow.
If this was an incarcerated person who was harming an officer, there would have been a public outcry for charges and a life sentence.
Oh, I'm gonna say this: he would have been chained and beat by the rest of the guards if he put his hands on a
Oh
guard.
my God, this would have been everywhere. There would have been some kind of legislation passed. Things would have
Absolutely.
changed. These people have jobs still.
As
Like,
as it always goes, everybody else's life is more valuable than,
yeah, yeah,
somebody who's incapacitated,
correct, correct.
and incarcerated, I should say too.
So this article basically just touched upon how he publicly came out and spoke, and this was the first time that his father was doing that. Because no charges have been filed, but all 16 staffers have remained suspended without pay. But we're like, all right, what are we waiting for? We all saw the same video, right?
You have criminal charges pending. You I just don't understand. If I broke the law, I would have to report that to my job, and I would probably lose my job,
Yeah, yearly at my job, we have
especially
to
on
do
this
that.
level.
We should do that
Yeah.
yearly at my job. So, I lost my place.
Sorry.
No, I stopped. So he said, for me at this juncture, it's about change. So anything that I can do as a father, as a community member, as a man to assist them in coming home better than they were when they were incarcerated and not in a body bag like my son did. That's the charge. That's the charge.
Jeez.
His his lawyer is pro bono, which is amazing. Love to hear that.
Yes.
He said that we're here today because Robert's son was murdered, and I'm here to advise and support him as he lends his voice, his powerful voice, to an effort that needs it. Basically, they're coming out with a bill. Here, I got a little more of a explanation over here.
Yeah, they were supposed to come out with a bill based on just this case.
Yes.
I don't know what it was called, but it was called something. I can't remember because we talked about it, I think, a few weeks ago.
I think you brought it up last week. Was it
Oh,
last week
yeah.
or 2 weeks ago?
Maybe 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Basically, oh, look, I lost my place now. Anyway, they talk about that bill in here, and actually, it's ironic because this article starts to talk about another one that I also was going to bring up and talk about.
Okay.
So it's crazy how it all ties together. But I just wanted to mention that because I can't imagine how much what it feels like as the father of him, and then to be using your voice for change. Like he's in there saying, people change in prison, and this shouldn't be what happens there. Like,
Yeah.
thank you for using your voice is honestly what I wanted to say.
Yes. Because and I'm sorry that this happened to your son. Obviously he didn't deserve any of this. And, you know, out of this tragedy, though, I hope that true change can come. It sucks that this person lost his life and this father lost his son over something that should never have happened. Regardless of not whether he was incarcerated or not, he doesn't deserve to lose a son, by being beat to death. And I hope that this brings a lot of awareness to the corruption in the DOC systems, statewide or federal. And I'm glad that this father is using his voice to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of courage to do that.
The next article I have is also out of New York, but it's a really encouraging article for once. For what up with that? I know we have a lot of sad articles a lot of the time, but this is kind of encouraging. So yay for that.
Okay, good.
This article discusses New York State of Chiefs Judge Rowan Wilson's endorsement of the Second Look Act, a proposed bill that would allow prisoners serving 10 years or more to apply for reduced sentences. Judge Wilson, known for his progressive stance, argues that criminal justice system is failing, emphasizing that long sentences are costly and do not enhance public safety. This bill, sponsored by State Senator Julia Salazar and Assemblywoman Latrice Walker, aims to correct overly harsh sentences, especially those stemming from mandatory minimums, the worst. While the bill has struggled in the past, Judge Wilson's support, along with that of other judicial leaders, could strengthen its chances. So,
wow,
it's super encouraging news for New York, which keeps getting really encouraging news like that. During his speech, Judge Wilson highlighted that racial disparities, including sentencing, the aging prison population, and just the scientific evidence alone that young people mature over time. The event also featured Christopher Martinez, who was sentenced to 65 years to life at the age of 17 and has since rehabilitated himself, earning a degree and becoming a father. Oh, a person.
Wow.
Yeah. While the bill's passage remains uncertain, Judge Wilson believes that New York is behind the curve in allowing resentencing opportunities and is working with lawmakers to refine the proposal.
That's amazing.
That is so encouraging for everyone in New York.
Absolutely. And this is everything that we've been talking about. I'm not saying everybody gets a get out of free jail or jail, whatever. I can't even talk today. Get out of free jail card, but it gives everybody a chance to have a look. Like, look at what I've been doing.
Why are you against people getting a look? If it's someone that you are saying is this terrible, awful person who has done nothing to fix themselves, okay, I think that these people will see that. Okay?
Yeah.
We're good.
And I think a lot of like you said, a lot of the people that go into prison, I mean, it's true here. The majority of the prison population went in at a very young age, before the age of full brain development. So they're using the science to back up the laws, which is I can say it now, unfucking believable and amazing, because that is what other states need to do. And the only thing that I can say is thank you, New York. And I hope that other states see this and go, okay, they have an idea here. Let's see if we can implement something similar. And hopefully it trickles down. I know like in Massachusetts, they don't give life sentences to anyone under 21 anymore, which is amazing.
As they should.
Yeah.
Jesus. I wish that wasn't like, I mean, thank God, but I wish that wasn't like, oh, good. You know what I mean? I wish that was just like, hello. Like, we all are coming to see that, the brain is not fully there. So when is everything else going to catch up? Whether it's the laws or whether it's, whatever.
Yeah. And I just hope other states can see that this is backed by science. It's backed by research. It's saving taxpayer dollars. If you're fiscally conservative, this is something that you should be arguing for. You know what I mean? Like,
do you want to pay
the
for
amount of taxpayer dollars that goes to? Wait, what?
Do you want to pay for someone that doesn't want to be in prison? I don't think they want to. You know what I mean? Like, if someone is deemed good to get out of there, why do you want to pay for their 3 hots and a cot?
And y'all, and this is you can Google this. This is facts. I'm speaking big facts here. We spend more per person on incarceration than we do on education.
Duh. How don't people? Duh.
Got to use that noggin.
Like it's embarrassing. It's an embarrassing thing. I just realized my third article is also about New York, so I'm about to pull a three-peat on New York.
New York, New York. We should be eating pizza while we do all this. What up with that
Oh
session?
my God. You know what's funny is that we should because I'm about to talk about Luigi Mangione. Luigi
Yes,
Mangione.
Luigi.
Luigi. No, it's not even a long article. I just wanted to touch upon the fact I saw a few articles and I saw that it reached its way to people and everything that he has accepted nearly $300,000 in donations from supporters,
Wow.
just people across the internet donating to a cause that they support. He awaits his trial for allegedly taking the life of Brian Thompson. The fundraiser has raised a lot on Give, Send, Go, and I also follow a few girls on Twitter and like fan pages of people that like of him that have said that they have actually like they have pictures of letters that they've gotten back from him of him saying like I think one was like him saying don't like worry about me, we're all born resilient or something, and I was like what a
Okay.
brilliant line, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like that's but he knows about all the support apparently and he's really grateful for it and he's apparently seen some of the memes and
Oh yeah.
yeah, apparently that's what I've been reading. So of course, I guess I have to say alleged because I don't know, but it's good to hear, and I hope that he apparently he's doing well in his current situation. So I hope that that continues, and I hope that his lawyer, Karen Friedman, continues to do her.
To work with
Yeah.
him. Yeah, defend him. Now, is he going to be, did they say anything about this terrorism charge? Has that been changed? Because I feel like it's not going to hold water.
Guess what? But I mean, God, I don't know how they're even still pushing that. I hope not.
Okay.
Um,
Granted, like, listen, let's be real. What the government wants to do, the government's going to do. So, I mean,
mhm.
I heard death penalty. I didn't even think New York had the death penalty unless this is a federal case. And I think that's why they want it to be a domestic terrorism, because then it can be a federal case and not just a state case.
Apparently, this article about the $300,000 that was raised for him, they reached out to United Healthcare and they didn't return for a comment.
Shocker.
No, but they're still causing all kinds of shit because I'm seeing all kinds of TikToks. I saw one that was like a doctor that made a TikTok about being pulled out of surgery because United Healthcare was trying to deny something they had previously approved in the middle of this woman's surgery. And the doctor had to get on the phone with them. And then, like, she made a TikTok about it. And then UHC saw the TikTok and sent her, like, papers, like, saying, like, you're lying, blah, blah, blah. She's like, this really did happen. Like, don't I'm about to prove you wrong.
Damn.
Like it's this whole thing. Like
Well, they clearly have a history and they're clearly trying to backpedal and clean up whatever mess they've created. But I mean, they've created for themselves denying people left
yeah, I
and
was
right.
gonna
So,
say it's hard to clean up a mess when the mess is very, very big before this even happened. Like you know what I mean?
yeah. And you're the cause of it. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
They are constantly like denying things. Like I literally have them as my insurance
Me
people.
too.
Like what are the odds of that? And guess what? I can confirm that they deny everything. And I know part of that is also my job because your jobs also have different formularies and stuff. But the point of the matter is that they also deny things and don't and make it they don't do anything to help. And then when I
Yeah.
found out about their AI thing, I'm like, "Oh, now I'll really go fuck myself." Like what is going on?
Yeah.
What in the black fucking mirror?
That, yeah, I have them, but luckily I haven't had to do any major claims. But I mean, I've listened to the horror stories on TikTok. I've seen the tweets and all the things about United. So
Yeah, they're. Mm, I'd love to have a different one, but that's what it is.
yeah, I know I missed my old one because we had a different one last year. We just switched over this year. So, but anywho. All right, well, I guess we got to talk about everything that's happening down south.
Uh huh.
All right. All right. I'm going to try and be strong through this. First off, I just want to say thank you to the countless, I literally can't count. The countless amount of people that have been in my inbox and texts and everything, saying that they're praying for us, that they're wishing us, that we're in their thoughts and everything. And I so appreciate that. Just the love and support is amazing. Obviously, if you haven't heard, Jeff Landry, the day after the Super Bowl, of all fucking days, of all fucking weeks, said that he is going to kill every single person on death row through his new shiny gas chamber. And he's going to use nitrogen epoxia to do that. And the death warrants started rolling out on Monday and Tuesday and all the other days. And all this week. They have already started to regulate and take away privileges of death row, making them go into their cells, their one-man cells earlier now. And
Like just since
it's
last
probably
week,
as of yesterday.
and they said that this is going to be the new norm.
Correct, because they're being proactive with the best behaved camp at Angola. They're afraid that they're going to riot, which they've never ever done, or have a clapback of some sort, which they won't do because, like I said, they're the best behaved. They're the calmest group of people that you will ever meet at Angola. And they're clean. They get drug tested at least once a week. So that's neither here nor there, but still. The biggest factor is that the lieutenant colonel at death row basically told them yesterday, you're all probably going to get death warrants. I don't understand how that can work when you have people that haven't even started their post-conviction appeal process. It's illegal. And obviously I'm going to call fucking Governor Landry and A.G. Merle, connoisseuress herself. I'm going to call them the fuck out because you guys are doing things illegally to push your political conservative agenda, to kiss the taint of Trump. And you are both assholes. And I'm going to say it like that. And I don't care because
They want blood on their hands.
they want
all over
blood on their hands. These people who are trying to put the 10 Commandments in the fucking classroom and they're breaking number 6 as we speak. Are you kidding me? Sorry.
No.
I get angry.
I mean, they're lying. She's literally they're talking to news stations and lying. That woman, she's literally saying, "Oh yeah, these people on death row, they're the worst of the worst." No, they're not. They're literally not.
The warden even said they're the
poorest of the poorest.
Yeah. And let me tell you, you think that people at Angola's death row are the worst of the worst? The Bayou Strangler, aka the Bayou version of Jeffrey Dahmer, is a fucking trustee in population. You fucking twats. He killed like 20 people. And my husband is going to die because you feel like gassing his ass? He only has one body. One. Sorry.
He's not going to die. We're not going to let him. I don't care what the fuck he thinks he's doing over there. And I know he thinks that he's going to do whatever the fuck he wants because that's what is government right now, but not without us being loud as fuck first, because I'm not going to shut the fuck up.
Me neither. Clearly, I'm ranting as we speak.
Your husband's wife, dude. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. And Michael hasn't even started his post-conviction appeals. In 26 years, he hasn't even started his post-conviction appeals. So to give him a death warrant when he hasn't even done his first post-conviction appeal?
You can't.
What?
He should be fined every time he fucking does that.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. And that's scary because now you're giving the government power to, and Jeff Landry thinks he's fucking emperor of Louisiana. He really fucking does. And if you don't think it's bad, let me tell you, I've been telling you since he's gotten elected, it is bad. It is so bad. He thinks he can do whatever he wants, how he wants it. He thinks he can take out whatever he wants when he wants. He doesn't even follow ethics codes that he enforces in the state of fucking Louisiana. Okay, I'm not going to be angry. I'm not going to be angry about this, but I just need people to understand that the way this is happening, the way this is going down is completely illegal. And you guys, there's a number. Paige put a number out, the 225 number.
I'm literally pulling it up right now. It's crazy. It's like you're reading my mind.
You need to call this office and say, stop doing illegal shit and stop trying to kill people. There are innocent people on death row. There are people that the Innocence Project are representing as we speak. And they're going to get a death sentence or death warrant? Are you kidding me? They have active litigation in court right now. Sorry.
No, I'm literally over here just like, I hope the ACLU is listening. I hope that someone is listening. I hope that everyone that has power to help stop this is listening. Like, Jeff Landry has an email address and a phone number that you can call. That phone number, hopefully we can get it put on the screen as I'm saying it, is 225-342-0991. We just need you guys to call Jeff Landry, make your voice heard before it is too late. This man is on a rampage. He wants to be a mass murderer. Honestly, is what he wants. He I don't know if he has like a fetish for this shit or what it is. Seriously.
I have a feeling, to be honest, the fact that he wants to keep people incarcerated for the rest of their lives. He wants to kill people on death row. He wants
like Dollhouse
to expand the prison. He's got his hands somewhere in prison enterprises. I am utterly convinced.
Oh yeah. Let's see his bank accounts.
Yeah. So, listen. I'm going to say this. Michael's not innocent. He's owned up to that. He had to go to clemency
in prison
hearing.
He has many years in prison.
Yeah. He's not claiming he's innocent. Okay? We know he is guilty of what he's done. I am not saying that he deserves a free get out of jail card. But my husband had just turned 20 when this happened. He was not very well educated. He didn't have a high school diploma. He got wrapped up with the wrong person, who was the initial shooter and the initial person who shot the first shots, who is now serving the governor in the fucking governor's mansion, who doesn't have the death sentence. And he deserves to live his life. He's not a monster.
He's not.
My husband is not a monster, you guys.
I already cried about this last night.
He's a person. He's a beautiful person. And I know in essence, he's safe. Even if he gets a death sentence, he's safe. But at the same time, I don't know. Because I don't know what this governor is going to do.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know what his lawyers are going to do. You know what I mean?
This system is scary. And when we can't physically, I can't literally. I mean, I was sending you messages yesterday. I was crying. Fucking, I
Yeah.
don't even know how you're functioning right now, dude. Or how how is Michael feel? Like
He's better than me. I'm a wreck. He's the thing is though, you have to understand, he's done this before. He's gone through where they've done executions in the past. If you didn't know, Louisiana has not had an execution in 15 years, and the last execution was voluntary. The person waived all of his appeals. So the last execution was 20 years ago, and Michael was there when it happened. And I mean, he's just mopey. He's not, I think, he's lived this life for so long. He knows that there's nothing he can do. Like it's all out of his control at this point. He's a ward of the state and he has to do he has to go with whatever they say. So he's handling it way better than I am. But he's also done this for almost 30 years at this point. So,
I don't think there's a right way to handle this because it's not right.
no, but yeah, he's mentally stronger than I am for sure. But he also says like it's kind of fucked up, Gigi. That's what he says. It's like, you have people that are in here like sad the day an execution happens, and then you have people in here acting like nothing's fucking wrong.
It probably feels like
Like
surreal. Like, is this really happening? Type shit.
I'm wondering, yeah, like I'm wondering, like, are they doing that to protect themselves, like to protect their feelings? Because if they start thinking about it, if they act like it's not a regular day, are they gonna, have a mental break, have an emotional break or something? So, but some of the guys that we know that are out of appeals on death row,
Yeah.
said that they put it in God's hands. What's gonna happen to them, which is scary. I know that, they seem to have a strong faith system, which is incredible and admirable.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know how they could ever be strong like that. I'm devastated for them because these are people you see at visit. These are families you get to meet, things like that.
Yeah. Like, it's more like these people have families and people that have been existing and seeing them for years,
Yeah.
like I don't know how people are okay with this. Like, we sit here tonight and as we're filming this, there are 2 executions happening in our country, and it's embarrassing that this is where we are and people think that we are great.
And that this is the answer.
Yeah, what was fixed at the end of this, guys? How is this justice? It's not.
It's not.
Nope.
I mean, we've always said killing to prove killing is wrong
Nope.
is the most hypocritical thing that could ever be.
Yep. The government should not have the power. And I'm really sorry.
Because I mean, look at like we said, look at Luigi. They're gonna use him as an example, and if they want to kill him, they'll do it. Like there's no. If the government wants you dead, you're dead. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, I just want to thank everybody. Really, I'm sorry I kind of went on a rant. I'm all over the place, as you can tell.
I think you're allowed to do that right now.
Yeah, thank you. But I just need you guys to know that we're fighting. We're gonna keep fighting.
Help us fight too. Use your voice.
Yeah.
Tell a friend.
Use your voice.
Make
Yeah.
everyone
And I
aware.
told yeah. And I've told people, like people have come to me and be like, you want to talk about this? You want to share your story? And I'm like, I'm just going to share it on the pod. Like, kind of on the right now, I'm kind of like, I don't know what to say all the time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And when I do, I get very emotional. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to kind of just I've been laying low, as you can tell on social media, and, having my dramatic fits when I find news out. And I'm like, but other than that, I'm just trying to support my husband and fight from here and do what I can.
Yeah.
So just thank you guys so much for all the support, and I'll keep you guys updated. And there are still messages in my inbox. I think I got all of them, but just know that I'm responding as I can. That's how many I've had. So I'm trying, definitely trying here. So thank you so much.
Well, know that we love you and we all got you and we know that you're strong and you have gotten through everything already, you know?
Yeah.
Think about all the support you got now.
Yeah. I have so much more support now than I've ever had on my
Mm-hmm.
prison wife journey. So it's you guys, it's Paige, it's you, it's our admin team, it's everybody. So thank you so much, Wallers. Love you. All right. Do you have, I know we have a sweet tweet. Do we have a sweet tweet?
I think we did. I think we did. Because I think I
You
screen.
shared it. You shared it with me,
Yes,
right?
I'm gonna
The
go.
comment
Yes.
on our video. All right, hold on one second. Here we go. All right.
This was the end of it actually has a question, so I'll save the last part for our question. But she says this is Camila, and she left this on our Pelly Post video. New watcher and podcast listener. Absolutely love you, ladies. I'm in Missouri, and my love is incarcerated in northern Missouri. He has a 20-year sentence and has served 12 years. I have known him for the last 3.5 years. Only within the last 7 months we have become more than friends. She also left us a message on the other page, our other page, where she told us that she came across our podcast and she felt like it was like God helped like put him there, like align everything. And I was like, all right, I'm about to sob, like for realsies.
My heart.
So thank you for that. I literally will never get tired of getting a notification on YouTube and having it being something sweet because it isn't always, and I
Yeah.
appreciate it, and knowing that we're there for other people, it's really nice. And I think I found the other one that I originally wanted to
Okay.
share. This one just got a strange text. Anyways, this one says, I've been binging on the podcast, and this isn't the usual content that I listen to, but I'm loving it. I can't believe that you have just under 1,000 subs. I figured that you would have 1 million. We are going to get you there very soon. You ladies are authentic and really make me think.
Wow.
Like, oh my God, don't. I'll
Oh my
cry.
God.
I'll cry right now. Like, literally, like, let me pull up this picture of me crying that I sent to Gigi last night.
Yeah. It's gonna be my newest sticker.
Oh my God, yes. I need to add that as a sticker. I love stickers on phones, but seriously, thank you. That
Yeah.
is such a compliment. You know what I mean? Like to hear that.
I love these sweet tweets, and I love the people that we don't even, that aren't maybe, with anybody incarcerated and, not in the community, but they find out about us and they're like, oh my God, I feel like I feel like I've known you since grade school, like we're just hanging out.
I love that when they're like, it
Um,
feels like we're on FaceTime. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I love that.
And I also want to thank Camilla for that beautiful comment. And she just joined Love with the Wall. So shout out to her. And, we're glad that you're here. We're glad that you found us. And thank you to this. Did you say the name of the other
Holly,
person that just
Holly.
Holly? Okay, well, thank you, Holly, as well for that beautiful comment. And yeah, 1 mil. That would be.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I wouldn't even know what to do with
Yeah,
myself.
please. Whew. Um, I also have a mean one.
Ooh,
We
okay.
love that. One of our videos on YouTube, one of our shorts, finally got a hate comment. This is from.
Ooh, can I ask which one?
It is the one talking where I'm talking about wasting my life with someone
Okay.
incarcerated.
Okay.
They said it's Chaos. Their name is Chaos P3J. Maybe not on hold, but that's a BS relationship. What a loser. Haha.
Well, bitch ass chaos. Um, if anybody's a loser, it's you for spending your minutes of your life commenting hateful shit.
I
That's my thought.
do you guess what I replied with?
Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
Did you say thanks,
I
babe?
said, great. Thanks so much, babe. Like, what the fuck are you saying?
Thank you for that insightful comment. I can't wait to pick your
I
brain
know.
of like two
They and
cells.
then they like don't respond. I'm like, oh, I thought we were talking.
No, they just want to come in and drop some hateful
They
ass shit
do.
and then, yeah, go to the next video and do the same thing. Like that's their life, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, congrats, Chaos. You're a fucking loser.
Thanks for
Thanks for commenting.
thanks for calling me a loser. I guess I'll wear that badge proudly.
No, I'm calling his ass a loser because he's a loser for commenting that stupid shit. Didn't your mama
I
teach you if you have nothing nice to say, scroll the fuck on, bitch?
per
You know? Like there are things that I don't agree with on the internet. I was talking to this with a person who supports Trump. I was like, and we actually agreed on something. And I said, I don't agree on looking at some, like if I'm not liking something that someone's posting. Let's do an example. Fucking Trevino. Okay, if I don't like what she's posting, I scroll the fuck on. I don't have time to sit
it's
here
hard.
and argue with
It's
people.
hard 'cause
And
sometimes I scroll the fuck on and it's her, it's her, it's her, it's her, it's
yeah,
her.
she won't stop.
It's a clay animation of her. It's a you know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
ah.
But we were talking, and me and this other person who's obviously more right than I am, and we were both saying like, if we don't agree with something, why sit here and bully people,
Mm-hmm.
call them names? Like, why spend your energy
No,
doing that? That to me, you
the
know what I
only
mean?
time I ever pop off on social media and I stop and scroll and have to comment is, and like in that force is if they're bullying someone.
Oh
And
yeah,
then that's the
absolutely. Yeah, no,
I
no,
never
that's
stop
different.
out of any like, you know, go to someone's like normal
Hmm.
video and like just comment something completely rude. Like even if that's like the normal thing, like because I'm like, how do you do that? Because like I mean, I've been on the other side of that. Who I've made
Yeah,
videos and where someone probably thought, oh, she probably didn't see this or won't see this, and I'm like, I read every single fucking one. I
yeah.
promise. Like I promise.
Yeah, and your stamp, once you start commenting, you guys, your stamp is there.
Mm-hmm.
And people can use your
I'll
comment.
remember.
Yeah. People can put up your comment on the screen and be like, look what a fucking asshole you
Even
are.
when you
You know what
delete
I
it.
mean? Yeah. Yeah. So
So yeah.
good job,
Yeah.
Chaos.
Thanks for
You
that.
miserable fuck.
Thank you.
All right. Are we ready to get into the main part of the Poddy Pod Pod?
Yeah.
All right. I love this week's topic. Paige, you want to tell them what it is?
Yeah. So I have a list with the help of our friendly chat GBT. They actually helped us put together is this? Meow?
You're on.
Yeah, I was like it wasn't turned up.
Oh, now I can hear you really good.
Oh, it wasn't turned up the whole way. That's why I'm like, hello. Okay, hi friends. Sorry about that. We had ChatGPT generate a list of the 10 positives and negatives of being a prison wife. Without trying to be unbiased from all angles because a lot of the times
Okay.
these lists will come from either people not in this life or people who
Hmm.
are like too like in the nitty gritty of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of just like the if you were to do like a cons and pros list type shit.
Okay.
Do we start with the negatives or the positives?
In conversation, you always start with a positive and then you can go to a negatives. Do you want to do a flippy
Okay,
floppy?
well, I'll go back and forth. How about
Okay.
that?
Okay.
A perk of being a prison wife is the deep emotional connection. Since physical intimacy is not always an option, you develop a bond rooted in deep conversation, letters, and emotional support.
Yep.
What I've been
And that's
screaming.
this is yeah, and this is why we say like this is the healthiest relationship I've ever been in because that level of connection and that communication has been established from day one,
Yep.
you know?
Hmm. You have to communicate, or if you don't, it's just not gonna work.
And the thing is, if you don't know how to communicate, that was me. That was me. I learned how to be a
Hmm.
better communicator
Hmm.
through this relationship, marriage, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean?
So, to offset that, one negative to being a prison wife is extreme loneliness. The lack of physical presence can be incredibly isolating, especially during special occasions or harder times, which is true. It's-
And I don't know about you, but for me, Sundays fucking
yeah,
suck.
that's the fam day. It's the fam day and the holidays for me for sure. The
Yeah.
holidays are always like especially if you go to family events where like people bring their significant others and you're just like,
Yeah. And you're like, I've gone to also like, group like adult birthdays where everybody's coupled up and I'm the only one.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Can I ask this while we're here with the lonely part because it's on my brain? Does anybody else like because you're like not single, but because you don't have your significant other with you when you go out to couples events or events where everybody's got their significant other? Do you ever feel like some of the other women like look down on you or like think that you're like flirting with their man or because you're not especially if you're in the closet too. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I feel like
Like they feel threatened by you. You know what I
I
mean?
feel like if anything, like when I go out with like my friends and I, which it's happened, and I've been the only one without like a significant other. I feel like my friends have always done whatever they could to make me like not feel like left out. So like
Okay.
they go out of like their way to be like like you know what I mean, and like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I might be one to initially be like quiet at first because like I'm more reserved at first and then I come out of my
Mhm.
shell, especially in situations like that where I would probably already feel off, you know?
Yeah. Like you feel kind of like, oh
Yeah.
God, like
I'm like,
everybody else is coupled
yeah,
up.
I'm like, here I am, the one lone dog.
Okay, well, I'm just saying this because sometimes you go places and you meet like you go with your friends and then they have friends that they bring and they're
Hmm.
coupled up too. So I guess that's why I was asking. So if anybody has any, like if they've experienced that, comment below,
Yeah.
please. Just curious. Okay. All right, let's do a pro.
A pro. Next one is appreciation for small gestures. The little things like heartfelt letter or a 15-minute phone call hold so much meaning.
That is so true. I told you last week, we don't take anything for granted. And, this it's all about the small stuff. Like I love the small stuff, the little cards, the little notes, the little emails. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Show them all your small, not like your massive amount of small stuff.
This is Joseph in his small gestures and his little heartfelt things. This man sent me this beautiful card. He made these. First off, they don't have like card paper, so he made like paper that was like cardboard. You can like hear it. And they don't have scissors, so he like had to like cut these out his own way. He did Paige's love coupons and he did like a cute thing on like,
Oh,
like a strip tease and like 30-minute massage and like maybe I'd have to share some of the other ones on Patreon, but like,
I
that's
love
and
that. Oh my God, you will have to share all of them on Patreon. Look, oh my God, not the leopard print.
He knows I love leopard print. This man knows me, and he made me all for who are listening a Valentine's Day crossword puzzle. He made me love coupons and a Valentine's Day crossword puzzle, and the theme is us.
Aw.
And then on the back is this beautiful poem that we had sent each other in the past. So like this is what I'm talking about. Like this is people are like, "Yeah, you're being used."
No. That
I'm
man
like,
loves you, adores you.
I'm like, I don't know. Like that is like I can't even explain. Like this man is it's I the fact that he can do that from inside of a prison cell is
Hmm.
phenomenal.
Yeah, I love that. Aw.
Yeah. So a negative financial burden. Calls, commissary visits, and legal fees can add up quickly, often falling solely on the wife or the person out
Correct.
here. That is so true. Joe and I, we were doing those questions back and forth the one day. And the one
Hmm.
question was, what would be different about your life right now? Like the biggest difference about your life if I hadn't met him? And I like really couldn't think. And I guess I said, honestly, I guess I just would have a lot more money. And I was like, and I don't mean that in like a bad way. I just mean that like the amount of money I've spent on flying and traveling and
Yeah,
hotels and everything prison related, calls to messaging to all of that, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
that is what it is.
I was gonna say, and that's, that for you, it's your expenses for travel. I mean,
Mhm.
that's the biggest part of it. I'm sure flying, the tickets, the hotels, the rental cars, all of it. When you start totaling, it all adds up. And I was thinking too, like being a prison wife has made me really budget my money and really focus on making sure I save money for myself, first of all. That's
Mhm.
very important for me to go get my nails done or go get a massage or go do something for myself or go out, go travel, go somewhere. Like that is my treat to myself. But I was going to say, like, if I wasn't a prison wife, and this might actually kind of be a pro, I would probably be a little bit more frivolous spending my money because now that I've learned how to budget, before I didn't know how to budget. And I would just go buy stuff, go out to eat every night, like spend my money not in the probably the allocate my money in the best way, if
Mhm.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So becoming a prison wife has really taught me to budget, and I still do stuff for myself. I just have to make sure, I'm covered, as far as like making sure, I have money for me first, obviously, and then whatever I need to, it's helped me budget better for sure.
Mhm. And I feel like that burden is so heavy sometimes, and it's hard because then
It
it
is.
sometimes can weigh on your relationship. And I can
Hmm.
even a perfect example is Joe and I have a family visit scheduled for next month that I am going to sit out of this time. Thankfully, yeah, I know. I hadn't even told you this yet. Yeah. I know. So his mom, thankfully though, is on the list and is going, and she's
Okay.
going to go and spend that time with him. So of course it'll suck that I can't talk to him during that time, but I honestly really just need some time to collect myself and take care of a few things and save a little bit of money. Would I
Hmm.
rather see my husband? Of course, but like um, I just need to. And you know what's crazy is that I never would have suggested this to him. He's the one that literally brought it up the other day, and I was just like, well, I honestly probably wouldn't have ever suggested it because of course I want to see you. And he's
Yeah.
like, but like if this is what makes sense, I want you to do this. And I'm like, okay. So, I
Yeah.
probably won't see him now until April, like probably May.
Aw.
Yeah. But that's part of this life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially not being by him.
Yeah, and it's important for you to make sure you're okay before you go. Even though you want to go see him so
Exactly.
bad,
But
you
I
have to make
love
sure you're
I
stable
love
and
doing
good.
all
You
of
know what I
that, but
mean?
that is so tiring and so exhausting and so draining of my bank account and my mental and getting adjusted and time away from
Yeah.
Brody and stuff. And it's just like it's just nice to like have some time to regroup because even in my brain right now, it's still like thinking, oh my gosh, I have like these 5 million things I need to do before our visit. And I'm like, wait, chill out. Like I don't have like a
Yeah.
list of things.
And I will say, I know it's going to be hard. Maybe that, as you get closer to that weekend that you're supposed to be there,
Hmm.
but the good thing is by the time you go, when you do go, you'll have everything together. You'll feel more, it won't be,
Yes.
you won't feel the
How I always
overwhelm,
feel.
you won't feel
Yeah,
overwhelmed. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Um, did I do? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. So the third perk is time for personal growth. With your partner away, you have time to focus on yourself, your career, hobbies, and personal development. Or you can do it with your partner because Joe and I are still doing our shadow books. Last night we spent an hour and a half doing one of our shadow workbooks, and I'm like, I started not wanting to do it, and I ended the night like being like, all right, are we going to do this tomorrow?
I think this summer while I'm off, I think Michael and I are going to do a shadow
You
workbook. I
should.
think
I
that's,
recommend it.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
it's a really good bonding experience too,
Hmm.
and like learning about yourself and them
Yeah. Yeah.
together.
I I would love to. I just want to be able to like make sure I can like,
It's a lot.
really dedicate. Yeah, like just do it
Mhm.
right. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah,
And right now, state testing and all the other things
yeah.
coming down the pipe for the rest of the year, it's just too much. But I think going back to this perk, I think I have never known more about myself. I mean, I've always felt like I knew about myself, but I've never really known myself until I've gotten this chance to be with Michael.
Yeah.
And I think that's a testament to him, but mainly to me, being alone out here, you have to reflect, you have to keep going, you have to persevere, and you learn so much about yourself,
You learn how to
you
handle
know.
yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. And you learn and I will say this, I learned really to love myself.
Period.
Yeah.
The next negative is judgment from others. Many people don't understand or respect prison relationships, leading to stigma from family, friends, and society. We talk about that every episode.
Every
I don't.
episode. Good
I'm like I don't
Lord.
know how to add on to that. That's pretty much the basis of our podcast.
Yeah.
um,
The stigma is real,
for
guys.
real. Number four in positive is less daily relationship drama. No arguing over the dishes, the laundry, or the typical cohabitation struggles. You
Yeah.
left the toilet seat up.
Yeah. Everybody's idiosyncrasies pissing everybody
Yeah, like
off,
you're chewing too loud, you're breathing
Um,
too loud. Get out of my face.
and I will say that's for people that have a loved one coming home that may be MWI or they haven't been together in a long time. I mean, these are things that you're going to have to kind of, work towards and be patient and, you know, learn your partner in a habitational, I don't know what the word is. The in your
Cohabitational.
cohabitation, that's what it was. But it is nice to not have and that gives us the opportunity to focus on other things
Mm-hmm.
like that deep connection and communication and other things because you're taking all those distractions out of the way.
Totally. Number four on the negative is the lack of physical intimacy. The inability to have not normal physical closeness is one of the hardest aspects. I think that we can all agree. No,
Oh yeah.
even as
Oh
someone who
yeah.
gets my hubby like that for a little bit, I'm still like,
Yeah. Can I say this? Like, I mean, it's not too bad. It's first base.
mm,
So I was talking, like, to some other prison wives, especially my friends who haven't gone to ever to visit their loved one yet. And they were talking about, oh, like, what am I going to do? I'm like, I don't even know how to kiss him, and all this stuff. And I'm like, listen, after 9 years, I still don't know how to French kiss Mike because we French kiss at the very end of our visit, and it's rushed because they're, I'm leaving,
Yeah.
and I still don't know how to like passionately and sensually kiss my husband because it's not necessarily always allowed, to
Hmm.
do that, to get to that level,
Yeah.
unless you're leaving. They don't care when you're leaving because it's your last time, you know what I mean? But I would say after 9 years, I still don't know how to, like, I still haven't learned how to kiss Mike the way I would out here with somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because there's definitely like, because I've like made out with Joe at a visit and then obviously made out with him at family visit. And it's two different, I know what you're talking, there are two different
Mhm.
levels. Like when Joe and I talk about like our family visit kisses about, I'm like, like it's literally me like shoving my fucking tongue down his throat type shit. Like to be, not to be gory, but
That's how Mike is, and I'm just like, wait, I don't know how to handle this.
um, number, wait, which one did we just do?
That was a negative. I think four negative.
Okay, yeah. So creative romance is number five. From love letters to unique ways of expressing your affection, prison relationships encourage creativity and keeping your love alive. That's
Yep.
when I should have pulled out my
There you go.
freaking crossword because that man, he's not very artistic, so that's like the extent of his crafts. So that to me, when I opened that, I was like, oh my God. And like when I asked him, I'm like, you did this? And he was like, yeah. So I was like, oh my God.
I know. Like Mike could send me a card in crayon with the R's reversed, and I would
It'd be
love,
perfect. Yeah.
yeah, I would love it. And the thing is, they have time to really get creative, and they don't have all the things that we have out here, so they really have to get ingenious with
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So the little sentiments, the little tokens, the arts and crafts, all the little things that they do
Mm-hmm.
really are very, very special to a prison wife because, you know, if they don't make them, they have someone, they pay someone or they give them store to make them or commissary to make them. And it's just the thought, like they thought of you to make this or have somebody else make
Mm-hmm.
it. So it's just it's genuine, and I hate saying this, it's almost like a dying art, and we are blessed because let me
You're
tell
not
you
gonna
how
find
many
it.
friends of
You're not gonna
mine,
find it in a
their
Hallmark store.
husbands are making them crossword puzzles and designing cards for them.
Your friend.
You know what I
Your
mean?
friend.
They're going to fucking Walgreens or Dollar General and going to buy the 4.99 card on the shelf, the generic Hallmark card. So prison wives, we are in a class of our own when we get gifts and how meaningful they are. And people are like, "Oh, they look stupid. Oh my god." Like they critique it, and it's like you don't even know how much it took, how much time, how much effort, how much money, how much store it took to make this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If I would probably say the same thing if my honey didn't make me a craft card too. The next negative is the emotional roller coaster. The stress of prison life, potential lockdowns, and uncertainty of the future can be exhausting. Yep, all of it.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome to my
yeah.
world.
That's honestly the worst part that you have no control, especially the moments when it's like you know it the whole time that you don't have control, but the moments when you really feel it are really like terrible.
100. Oh my god.
Like
You hit the nail on the
right?
head,
Like I don't know
Paige.
how to explain it, but it's
Yeah.
like when it's like an overwhelming panic attack type feeling where you're like, "Oh my God, I don't know if I can handle this" type.
Yeah, and like we always say, 98% of your relationship is out of your
Yeah.
control. We always say that. We know that in the back of our mind. It's ingrained in us. But when we have a moment where it's like big and we can't control it, it's like panic central,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm. The next positive is a built-in support system. The prison wife community is incredibly strong, providing support, advice, and friendship with women who understand, especially groups like Love Within Walls.
Especially Love with the Walls, y'all.
Shout out Love with the
The best
Walls.
group, by the way. And I'm going to shamelessly plug Love with the Walls
Me too. It is.
because I've never been in a prison wife Facebook group that has been so supportive, so
I
nurturing,
love it.
positive, loving, and just uplifting. So,
I like don't know what I would ever do to not have it. You know what I mean? Like I used to hate
yeah.
Facebook and now I like have
Yeah.
a reason to like Facebook. It's crazy. We love our community. Number six, negative. Limited communication. Phone calls are restricted, emails and messages are monitored, snail mail takes time, making communication frustrating.
It does, but this also lends back to the level of communication that we have, like how effective our communication skills become
Hmm.
because we don't have and our time is limited. Things don't come, the mail is late,
You learn to make
like,
do with what you got.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And you learn to also not take that time for granted either,
Hmm.
So even though it's a negative, it's a big negative, but prison wives adapt. Prisoners, I'm sorry, incarcerated people adapt to the system, right?
Resilience.
We adapt out here, in some ways we do.
Number seven, the positive is the personal independence. You maintain your own life, finances, and routine while also being in a committed relationship. Her.
Independent. Do you know what that means? She got her own house. She got her own car. 2 jobs. Work hard. You a bad broad. All right. Sorry, I had to do my boosty there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I have never been more independent than I am
Me either.
today. Today.
Like
Hmm.
my like when I think of, like about the fact that you would have asked me if I would have ever traveled across the country by myself and did all these things and rented a car and went to hotel and went to like all these things by myself. I remember I was like, "Yeah, you're funny." The first time Joe ever told me to do that, I'm like, "Now I'm a big girl. I'm a big girl
Yeah.
now."
I'm a big kid now.
Period. So we do. We got that personal independence. So number seven, negative, legal and systemic barriers. The prison system can be dehumanizing, and dealing with rules, policies, and visitation issues can be overwhelming.
It can. It really can, especially if you've never
Especially,
done any of this
especially
and this is your
COVID.
first. Yeah.
God, that was
God,
terrible.
listen. I always say this. If you can make it through COVID, you can make it through in a prison
The
system.
way
You can make it through
the way they were
anything.
just closing the prison every other week was crazy.
Yeah.
Like it was like it felt like we were never gonna get back to like a normal visiting schedule. But
Yeah.
that was terrible. So
And it was terrifying when they brought out video visits because a lot of,
they wanted, yeah.
DOC did not have video
Hmm.
visits. And we all thought, oh my God, they're never going to allow in person visitation ever
Hmm.
again.
That was the rumor in California
Yeah.
too. But I mean, apparently there were talks of that, and I could totally see their grungy ways being like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, if they could do all video, then they don't have to, pay for officers to come in and visiting and risk chances of stuff getting into the prison. Hey, hold up. Oh, that's already going to happen because your guards do that."
Yeah. It's not, well, this was the crazy shit during COVID, real quick. They kept busting people bringing in drugs, guns, phones, like everything, and then they had nobody to blame because there was no
They're
visitation.
like, "No, you see, it is still the families because
It's totally
they're
us.
droning in the
Yeah.
drugs. They're
Yeah.
droning and dropping."
Parachutes are falling
Yeah.
out of the sky
Yeah.
from families and oh
We
my
can't get
God.
it on recording, but that's what's happening. Um The next pause is am I on a pause? Oh, yeah, I am. Okay. Next positive is loyalty and commitment. A prison relationship requires unwavering dedication, often resulting in a stronger sense of trust. Per. And you can't do it without.
I, I will say you will never meet a more loyal partner than a prison wife
Hmm.
or a prison husband
Usually, there
because,
are different. There
huh?
are some that are not on both ends.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm just saying the amount of loyalty and dedication that we have to give and sacrifice,
Hmm.
you will never meet a more down chick than a prison wife.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Feeling, oh, the next negative is feeling like life is on hold. Hey, we talked about this last one. I don't, I don't know if life is on hold. This says it can feel like you're waiting for a future that may never come, especially for LWOP or long-term sentences.
Yeah.
Sure, that is true, and that's a scary chance that you take when you are in these relations.
Yeah.
You have to accept that, and if you don't, then you're being delulu.
Yeah. Like I always say, I try to be real. In my soul and my heart, I want to believe that one day Michael will walk out of those
You
gates.
have to, yeah.
But but I do have to be real with myself. I mean, this is a long-term thing for him. You know what I mean?
Hmm. I feel that.
Hmm.
The next positive is a love that defies the odds. There's something powerful about loving someone against all societal expectations and obstacles. Retweet.
Yeah, there's something powerful in that.
Um, I'm like I said last time. I'm never one to be normal. I've
Yeah.
always been a weirdo.
Well, I mean, there's no normal. Like I said, there's no
Yeah.
normal. It's 2025 now. So, but I think to have a love that is is tried makes it just that much more
And you still
genuine
defy it.
when you come out the fire together. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
The next negative is prison politics affect your relationship. Your partner's safety, gang dynamics, and facility rules can all impact your relationship in ways that you can't control. That
Yeah,
is
it can be a huge stress too,
so
on your
so
relationship.
true, especially if like your husband's on a yard where there's active gang members and like, like that can be a very big part of your life because especially if they get thrown into that stuff young, they get told they have to do certain things and if you don't do certain things, well then you're going to get in trouble or you're
Yeah,
gonna get it, you know what I mean? And like I've talked to so many women whose husbands were in those situations and I just never even know the right words to say to them because like, you know what I mean? Like these men that
yeah,
are in this are usually in it like neck deep at that point and like it doesn't
yeah,
matter what they're not gonna listen to their wife, you know what I mean? Like why would they care what I
yeah.
don't know. Yeah. I feel bad. It's crazy, but
It
prison
is.
politics are real, and they're more real than I ever knew that they were before I ever got involved in my relationship with Joe, and especially out in California, they're real.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. I would just say, like, you have to. I mean, like, listen, when Michael tells me, prison stuff and all the stuff that's happening, I just reassure him and I say, look, I know, I don't know what I'm talking about because I don't get it sometimes. And I trust you. I trust you to make the right decision. I trust you to do what's best for you because I don't have to live in that every day. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, but I do not like Prison Mike. I will say that.
Yeah, I would.
I've seen Prison Mike. I do not like Prison Mike. I like Michael
Yeah,
or Mysicle,
Joe's dad told me about one time when he visited Joe when he was in there when he was younger, and he was like acting all tough and like different, and his dad was like, "Why are you acting like that?" And he was like, "Well," and I was like, "I cannot even imagine seeing you like that." Like, ugh.
I'm cringing just thinking about
Literally,
it.
I'm like, oh. Uh, the last positive. Oh wait, I just did the positive. Okay. The ninth negative is. Wait, I just did that. I'm getting confused. We have the last positive now.
Okay.
Excitement of visits and calls. When you do get to see or hear from your partner, the joy and anticipation makes those moments even more special. And that's so true. People take that shit advantage of that shit all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't tell you how excited I get when I get to get even waking I don't sleep very well the night before because I am
Oh, me
so
either.
excited to see Michael, especially if we have a contact visit. I'm like trying to do all the P's and Q's and I'm so excited and y'all have gotten ready with me on TikTok and you've seen me all excited for my contact visit. So those days are just, like I said, they're few and far between, but we make the most of them, and it's like our day for our date. I like to call it my date day.
Mm-hmm.
It's a day that I get to hang out with my husband all day, and how amazing is that? And it's where I want to be because I don't get time all the time. So we don't take advantage of the time that we do get. So it's very exciting.
I Our video visits are everything. I always get so excited for them. I can't imagine not getting excited for them. Like especially back when we only had like the hour ones. Like I would get so like I remember getting literally I would get butterflies in my belly before every one of them.
Yeah.
The last negative is the uncertainty of your future, which I feel like they already kind of said. Even with
The long sentences and the
yeah,
unknown.
even with the
Yeah.
love and loyalty, prison relationships face immense challenges, and the future isn't always clear.
Well, and I'm also thinking about people with, short sentences with the uncertainty. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen when they come home. You don't know, there's a lot of unknowns that you have to navigate. So, yeah, I mean, that can be a big part of it. And you have to kind of be ready to support them and be patient and understand and be all of these things. I always say, too, I mean, it's hard being a prison wife, but I can't even imagine how hard it is to be with somebody that's coming home that's been in there for a while, and they have to learn it's like a whole new world for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Espe-
and
I mean,
navigating
at
that.
all at this point. Like Joe and I were talking about that last night. It's like, even like, of course, people have been in there a lot longer than he has, but like we were talking, even him, like if he comes, like the world is completely different from when he got
Yeah.
arrested and put in there. Like it's there are so many things that are different. It's like a complete change, and a
Yeah.
lot of them, I know, a lot of relationships deal with um, having the significant other, like the female, not be like Warden 2.0, which I think
Yeah.
that would be my hard thing because I'm like, I would want to help him make sure he's doing right, but I wouldn't want to overstep. You know what I mean? I can't even imagine how tough that line is to walk.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be teacher Gigi.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be teacher Gigi with Mike if he comes home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know,
Like, I'm sorry I'm
but
annoying, but hey, you're not going back ever.
I'm locking your ass
Yeah.
down, bitch.
They didn't give you an ankle monitor. I will. You'll stay here with me.
You're going to be in timeout.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Hmm. That's it.
Oh, all right. That's all the
Yeah.
list. Okay. I really enjoyed that. That
That
was
was
fun to
that
go
was
through
fun.
positives and
Thanks.
negatives. I love the positives though. The positives
We're
were
good.
made me smile. They really made me
I
smile,
feel like
which I
they
needed.
really outweigh the negatives. I mean, to each their own.
Absolutely.
Everyone has their own things that they can and can't deal with. But honestly, clearly we already made the decision we have, which is why we're here.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it.
I love it. I love
All
it.
right. I love it. I love it. All right, here we go. We getting a phone call, Paige. I wonder who it's from.
Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from
Freddie.
an inmate at Florida Correctional Institution.
All right, that means it's time for your questions and comments. Paige, I'm sending something over to you right now as I speak. I should have done this earlier. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, guys. We did put out a little bit of a feeler for questions and comments way earlier than we normally do, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me pull up the first comment. The first comment, believe it or not, comes from Patreon, our Patreon peeps. All right. This is from Hello Kitty. So she said this. I am not a prison wife, nor do I have any ties to anyone incarcerated. However, I love your channel and want to share how I came across it. I am in a long distance relationship with my boyfriend, the kind where there are no direct flights and you always have a layover in between.
I hear ya.
Note,
I hear ya.
okay. Yeah. I was going to say, Paige can
Mm-hmm.
identify with that. We met in a chat room for Americans in their 30s. My man is now in his 40s and I'm in my late 30s. The chat room dissolved years ago. It wasn't a dating chat room, just a space for people to chat and connect. We have been together for a little over 7 years now. Because of family obligations, Asian values, being there to care for parents as they age, my man and I realistically will probably not be able to close the distance in the next 10 years. While I love being with my man and don't want to be with anyone else, I won't lie. This type of relationship is hard and definitely not for most people. Spread out over 3 different trips, my man and I have 4 or 5 weeks together each year. When we aren't physically together, we FaceTime every night or at the very least text. It's not nearly as hard as dealing with the questions and comments people make. It's not a real relationship. Why don't you find someone local? How do you know he's not cheating? Who's going to move? Where is this going? How can you really know him? Wow, these questions sound very familiar. Again, I love being with my man, but it's hard. While I am very introverted and can enjoy my own company most days, I do get lonely sometimes. There are little internet communities for people in long distance relationships, but majority of those people are not in situations where the time frame to close the distance is unclear. One day it hit me that prison wives must go through similar issues. They don't get to be with their men in the way that people in normal relationships are, and they get judged for it. First, I started perusing the prison wife subreddit, prison wives, I guess is that Reddit?
The Reddit
Okay.
yeah.
Then on Instagram, I randomly did a search for prison wife, and your account popped up. From there, I discovered your YouTube page. Over the last month and a half, I watched all your videos and love them so much. I understand what it feels like to navigate a different kind of relationship and being judged. As far as the prison aspect goes, I was never against prison reforms prior to watching your videos. It's just not something I ever really thought about, ever. But you ladies, here we go. But you ladies have taught me so much and continue to teach me with every new video you put out. I love you guys and look forward to your next video. And I responded telling her, thank you so much, obviously, and that, we're glad that you're here, in our Patreon group. She said, thank you. I went back and reread my message. I feel like I have to add that while the relationship can be hard with the distance, there is really no one else I want to be with. Solely because of the distance. Oh, sorry. I messed a whole line up. I am so sorry. I feel like I have to add that while the relationship can be hard with the distance, there is really no one else I want to be with. I did end things once a few years ago. Our breakup only lasted 2 days. There's just no one else here that I want to be with. So yeah, it can be hard. But even if the distance has no end in sight on the horizon currently, it's so worth it. I know you know what I mean.
Period.
Wow. Well,
That should have been a sweet tweet.
whoa. That's what I'm saying. That a lot of people don't get the wow out of me, and there you go.
That was
Hello, kitties.
That was so sweet. Thank you.
Hello, kitties. I'm just going to say this. I adore you. I commend you. And I am so glad you are part of this group, whether you're a prison wife or not.
Oh my God, yeah.
We're lucky to have you. I'm going to say it like that because I can't believe that someone would come to us. I mean, we know that people come and say, I'm not in the prison community, but I just want to say I appreciate your part, and that's, believe me, I'm uberly flattered when people do that. But someone who is in a somewhat, not prison situation, but a similar long distance situation. Holy fucking shit. Sorry.
Definitely. That was really sweet.
Very sweet. So thank you so much, honeys. and we love you. And thank you for being part of our crazy Patreon and following and supporting the pod. And we're here with you. All those questions you asked, I mean, we get them too. So we're in the same boat in essence. You know what I mean? We see you, honeys. We see you. Okay, sorry.
For what? Was
No,
there a
for just getting
question?
excited. I was so excited about that one.
Was there a question?
No, that was just a
Oh,
comment.
okay. Okay. I have a question from Addie. What would be in your sensory package? Touch, smell, sound, taste to your loved one.
Okay, so when you say a sensory package,
Just
you mean
imagine
like
your.
things that they love to smell, taste?
I would think that or something that would remind them of you type shit. Like, I feel like if I were to pack, like, how I read that is I would like probably make it all things related to me if I was sending it to him.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would do like probably my perfume because every time he smells my perfume, that he knows that smell of me.
Yeah.
A sound would be like me being like, I love you, and then calling him one of our like weird baby names like Stinky Butt or, you know.
I would love to give him one of those stupid not
I
stupid,
have
but
one.
you know what I'm
Yep.
talking about. Those
Yep. I have
bears with
one.
my voice,
Mm-hmm.
and it oozes Clinique Happy,
Mm-hmm.
my perfume. So,
That's a good thing. I would,
mhm.
but then I would also want to send like the pizzas that we make at Family Visit, like one of those in
Yeah.
there, so he could make it and eat it and think of us.
Okay.
And then
I
for
would love
touch,
that.
maybe the blanket that we have at Family Visit, because he always talks about that blanket and how it's so soft. So I would send like a piece of it, so he could at least have that.
Like a little what do they call it? Fleece
Yeah.
blanket or
Hmm.
plushy blanket?
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I would love for Michael to have an endless supply of sweets because I love sweets, and I would love to be able to eat one together and enjoy it and taste it and have that to reminisce on, and then especially like Reese's or something yummy,
Hmm.
you know, creamy.
Love
Anyway, sorry.
Reese's. Love Reese's so much.
Melts in your mouth. Anyway, that's for Patreon. Sorry. Anyway, um, but I think the bear, I would love for him to get like a old I love sweatshirts, as you can tell. Maybe like an old like rundown soft ragged sweatshirt that he can have that smells like me and it's soft and
Hmm.
fuzzy and stuff like that.
I have one of those of Joe's. I have his old sweater.
And some ball ticklers or something. But that's also for Patreon. Sorry.
Wait, what are we
Getting
talking?
dirty on here and I shouldn't.
I have part of a question at the end of Camila's comment that she left on that YouTube comment.
Okay.
She said, "My question is, how do we keep the emotional connection and keep growing as individuals and as a couple?"
How do we keep individually growing as a couple?
And individually growing and as a couple and as
Oh,
individuals.
and as a couple. Um,
I feel like shadow work
I
is good for
think
both.
yeah, I would say that. I think just, you know, continuously reflecting on yourself and learning more about yourself, doing things you like to do, learning and trying new things. You learn more about yourself. You learn things you like, you don't like. You also meet people along the way, friends that people become friends by trying new things. I also think as a couple, never stop putting in the effort to get to know your partner. Whether that's just stupid questions of the day or the shadow work, like Paige said, or just picking a random topic and talking about it. I think, you never know, like watching the news and say, hey, did you see this today? Let's talk about it, and, or, hey, I came across this. What do you think? Like including them in your life and having those open conversations, I think allows you to grow as a couple, and you learn a lot about your partner and the way they see things and their perspective. And I think that makes you stronger as a couple too.
I agree. I agree with that.
All right. I have another comment. And I have another question. A quick comment from a new Walla. She said, I've been following you for a few months now on YouTube and just want to say that you ladies have made this journey a bit more bearable. Thank you so much for representing us in a positive way and sharing so much knowledge.
That was so
That was
sweet.
very sweet.
Thank you.
All right. And one last question for the Potty Pod. Okay, here we go. I am mindful that it's very stressful in prison. So when I go through emotional roller coasters, I keep it to myself. Am I doing the right thing? If not, what advice do you have for us in communicating with our loved one that something is wrong?
Joe and I literally had just had this talk recently because I'm
Oh,
guilty of this. I'm guilty of not letting him know really how bad some of like my stressors or the things going on around me are, because one of the ways I've always coped since I was like a little girl has been like not talking about it because I don't like to, and or like it makes it real, or there's something, I don't know what it is. I just like don't like to talk about my problems ever, and that doesn't work for him, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
he kind of was able to push me out of that, and you know.
Oh, yeah. And I was a big shut downer. And I wouldn't want to talk about it. And I know that there's a thing with prison wives, like don't show your men your sadness because you have to be tough for them. And I think that narrative is completely a terrible one, because I think you do need to be upfront and honest with
They're
them
your
about how you're
partner.
feeling.
They're your
Yeah.
they're your they're your other.
Like they've got it hard enough in there, so we got to be tough for them. Don't cry and all. I'm like, no. First of all, I'm
But
crying. I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna tell you how
first of
I'm
all, this is
feeling.
my best friend, okay? And I'm gonna lean on
Yeah.
him for anything I want.
Yeah, and it goes both ways.
Mhm.
I mean, when he's having a hard day, he knows he can call me and vent,
Mhm.
and go off about somebody on the tier or whatever. And I would say don't hold it in, because that can turn toxic, and that can turn to resentment
Yeah.
in a prison relationship hella
You'll
fast.
build your animosity and you won't even realize it until it boils over to a point where you can't even do anything to stop it. And they'll also be in a spot where they're like, what the heck? Because I didn't know. And you
Yeah.
can just be like, well, shit. I guess I didn't say
Yeah.
anything. I was trying to be the good person and, keep everyone afloat. Well, I don't know. I think that talking about is always the good option. And if they are your partner and like your better half and your best friend, like they are that ear that you can talk to, and they should be able to help you with, like, you know what I mean? Even
Yeah.
when you sometimes are going over the edge, which is me most of the time. Like I go over the edge all the time, and Joseph is so good at reeling me back in and bringing me down. And even at times where I'm like, I don't know how he deals with me, like he does it with
Yeah.
ease. So I
Yeah. And
give
if
them that chance is what I guess I want to say. Like give them that chance to be
Yeah,
there for you.
absolutely. And you'll find like by doing that, your partner learns about how you tick, and you learn
Oh,
about how your partner ticks. And like for Michael, like I'm the kind of person, listen, I shut down. And I'll say, I don't want to talk about this right
yeah.
now. But in 5 or 10 minutes or an hour later, Michael's like, okay, let's talk about it now.
Mhm.
Like, okay, you had your time to process. Now we're going to talk about it. And we do. And I'll tell you, like, talking about it makes you feel so much better.
Mhm.
You get it off your chest. You're talking to your person, your partner, your best friend, and you work together to problem
And clear the
solve whatever
air
the issue may
of
be.
any
Yeah.
misconception or any assumptions that either of you had, and like you're able to fully understand. And like a lot of the time you'll find out that he was looking at the situation upside down and you were looking at it this way, like,
Mhm.
and you're like, oh, why the hell didn't we just like talk to each other?
Yeah.
It never hurts, honestly. And if it does, then maybe that isn't your person.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, the relief you feel once, like, because you've been holding it in so long, the relief you feel is so amazing, and you're like, oh wow, I can't believe, I'm so glad we talked about that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Did you have anything else as far as comments go for
Mm-mm.
okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go into that. We got 3 speaky pipes. You guys came in clutch with the speaky pipes, so I am pulling those up. All right, here we go. Here is our first speaky pipe from the lovely and beautiful Ceci. All right, here we go.
Good morning, Paige. Good morning, Gigi. This is Ceci from Sacramento, California. I just wanted to reach out to you and thank you both for the pod, for continuing to learn every day legislation, continue to learn laws and bills so you guys can educate us. I really appreciate that. And I want to let you know that I want to thank you for this Love Within Walls Facebook page because it is a safe zone for many of us. And I know that when I have a question, I can reach out to you and I feel safe doing it. So I wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Continue to doing what you're doing because you guys are doing an amazing job, ladies. You guys are great and we love you so, so much. Thank you.
I love her so much.
Oh my God, Ceci!
She's such a great woman.
What an earth angel. I
I
love
know. I
her.
admire her so much. Thank you so much for
Hmm.
saying all of those sweet things.
Ceci, you're amazing. You're beautiful inside and out.
Mhm.
And I am so glad that you've come to this group and I've gotten a chance to interact with you and talk with you and share things. And you share things and I comment, you share different things with me. And I just feel blessed to have meet people like this, in this community.
It's
So
awesome to meet the people like her.
it's a perk.
That's a perk.
Thing. That's a perk. Okay. That's going to be our new thing. That's a
That's a
perk. That's
perk.
a con. Okay.
That's a big perk.
All right. Our next message is from
Hmm.
Anonymous. Here we go.
Hi, ladies. This is Sheena. I just
Oh,
wanted
it's
to
not
jump on
anonymous.
here and let you guys know how amazing you guys are and that I love you both. But I also wanted to say something to Gigi. I hear how you're always talking about your state and how hard they are and how they're not for our loved ones and they just basically want to incarcerate them and throw away the key and, no reforming them, no nothing. And I just want you to know that I just think you're the most amazing, strong woman that I have ever met. And I look up to you. You always stay so positive. You always have such a good outlook on everything, even though the card you were dealt in life sucks and it's hard sometimes, but you don't ever let that get you down. You always try to just keep pushing and going. And I just want you to know that you have helped me so much in this last year with me and my situation and my husband getting a 10-year sentence. So I just thank you so much, and I just think you're amazing. Have a great day.
Sheena.
Fuck, Sheena.
No.
Shit.
Is it a
You
contest
making
of
me
who can make us?
cry on the
Who can make us?
crying live again on the pod. Oh my
Mhm.
God. Sheena.
Thank you, Sheena.
Sheena,
That was so
honeys.
sweet.
Honeys, I needed
I was
that.
literally just gonna say that was right when what the doctor
Yeah.
ordered for you right now.
Yeah. First of all, I don't feel as positive as y'all probably. Maybe I don't feel as positive as y'all think I am. I can be a Debbie Downer with stuff, especially when I that emotional roller coaster from earlier. Sheena, thank you so much. Thank you for the beautiful words and the sweet sentiments. And listen, we're here for you. And I know I can rage out. I know I can crash out sometimes. But I know at the end of the day, we have to keep trucking on, despite whatever fucking happens in Louisiana. And so I just try to encourage other women. I've learned to go, I've done the whole, I've done it. So thank you for that. And I hope that, we can help you and your journey, because that's what we want. That's what I want to do. Share my story to help other people. That's always been, I love Prison Wives. I think they're a beautiful community of people, and you being one of them, Ceci, all of y'all, Paige, the one and the only Paige, who envisioned this beautiful thing that we've created. And I'm here to show the world that we are beautiful human beings. And they think that we're these pariahs of society, but people like you make this community so beautiful. So thank you, Sheena, and thank you to all of you. I appreciate that. I needed that more than you ever fucking know, girl. So thank you, honeys. All right. Another speaky pipe poo over here. Here we go. Last one. You ready? I can't believe we got 3 in 1 week. That's amazing. That makes me so happy. All right. Last one.
Hi, so I'm a newly prison wife due to unforeseen circumstances, but I wanted to let you guys know that I appreciate everything you guys are doing, especially as a young prison wife. It absolutely means the world just knowing that I have someplace safe to go, and there are people out there who understand what I'm going through, if not even more. So I just wanted to thank you guys, and I've been not rewatching. I've been binging all of the episodes to try to catch up. I'm currently on episode 16 and it's 2025. So I'm hoping I'll catch up soon. But I just wanted to let you guys know how much I absolutely adore and respect the both of you. And I look up to the both of you. And I hope to eventually attend one of the camps or the meetups someday. But I love both of you guys so, so much. And thank you guys for everything that you do. Keep going, please.
Oh my gosh, honeys.
Aww. Did it?
She had me at I want to attend the camps.
Who? Wait. Did they say who that was?
It was anonymous.
Oh my
Sorry,
God.
it was
I'm like
anonymous.
that voice. I'm like that sounds like someone I know. I'm like I don't know who. But oh my
It does
God.
have a familiar ring to it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like oh my God. Yes, please, please, and come to our GNIs, y'all. Like
Yeah.
come one, come all. I thank you for saying those sweet things, and please come to our camps. Yeah.
Yes, please come to our camps. Please come to our meetups. And if you don't know about our meetups, you need to come join our group at Facebook, Love Within Walls. I'm not gonna say more than that because we're not allowed to. We like to be mysterious. Anyway, but if you're not in the group, honeys, please come. We would love to have you, and thank you for that. And I would love for you to be part of our camps. We're going to try and put on the LWW Summer Camp Series again this summer. We're going to do it a little differently. I find maybe doing stuff on the weekends might just be easier for everybody. But yeah, thank you so much. And we hope that you really do enjoy the podcast, and thank you for supporting it. Gosh, I love our people.
We got the best.
Can I just say
We got
that?
the best.
We are so blessed to have you guys with us riding along to listen to us rage, me rage, Paige rage sometime, us say stupid shit. Jesus, if you've been to our Patreon, oh my God. Sometimes I'm like, people listen to us. But thank you so much, honeys. This is our year, Paige.
It is.
It's been a year. Almost a year.
It has.
We are what? We are a week away from a
We
year.
are from today.
Yep. So, speaking of a year, we'll be celebrating our year-long pod of the pod, our baby turning 1 next week. So, be ready to celebrate with us. And we have all of our questions. We're doing questions to ask our husbands. So that's going to be we're going to do a year in review and get the guys to answer questions. So if you have any questions, drop them below, guys, for next week. All right, Paige. That's all I have for
that.
I just want to give a shout out to Prison Wives, because in our group, and our Wallers, our Morgan Wallers, because you guys are unfucking believably amazing.
Yeah, we love y'all,
and we love you.
Shout out.
You know, can I like say I feel like we almost need to retire that soundbite, and the only reason I'm saying that is because it's kind of giving DJT.
Oh, is it? I didn't realize.
It sounds like, in a way, it sounds like him. And now every time I hear it, I think of him, and I'm like, I don't want.
Hey, I will get a new one.
I love that for us.
Okay. I promise. I will get a new one.
Even that, yes.
Okay.
But
I'll get some
his
new ones, I promise.
Shout out.
It's gonna be huge, huge, Paige.
Huge.
It's gonna be very big, very huge.
It's gonna be a huge shout out.
All right, y'all. Well, be on the lookout for a Mimi Poo, a meme of the week from Paige. She's been killing it lately. I'm just fucking telling you. She's gonna have a good one this week.
I hope so.
I have a feeling.
I hope so.
All right. Well, we will see you guys next week for the big birthday of Love with the Malls, a Prison Wife podcast, turning 1. So,
my baby.
As always, guys, I'm going to get emotional, but I love you. I love Paige. I love the Eagles. I love everybody in this community. I love you guys, you Wallers. I feel like Josh Groban. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. Sorry,
I'm gonna have to ask you to.
That was your song dedicated to. Huh?
You can't. That's a sad song for me.
Oh, I'm sorry, okay. But I'm just saying you lift us up so much.
No.
Who? Sorry, I mean to be.
Who lifts us up?
But the Prison Wives.
Oh yes. See, this is my brain.
You raised me up. You raised me up, Paige. Sorry, but I love you.
What are you sorry for?
Oh, I didn't know that song was like sad for you.
Oh, shit. If I had a list of sad songs that people were banned to sing, the list would be very long.
Okay.
So you're good.
We would have no songs.
There'd be really no songs that people could sing around me. So.
All right, y'all. Well, we love you. Hope you have a great week, and we'll be back next week. And be on the lookout for that meme of the week, y'all.
And like and subscribe, y'all. By the time this comes out, our 1 year will be on the 20th, the day after this.
Wait. As of right now, okay, so it's. I know I'm talking about
966 is the last I saw.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what you saw last?
I'm looking right now. Hold on. I'm at the visit channel. We are at 967.
Ooh.
So we need your help, guys. We're trying to get to 1K before next week.
Ask your friend to
So
follow us.
yeah, post, share, subscribe, hit that bell.
Like 30, like
and
33 people.
33. We just need
Oh my
33
god. We
subs.
after
on-
this we need to post on YouTube and
Oh yeah, we're gonna do it right now. But hey, like, subscribe, share our
that little
shit.
bell,
We're
whatever
trying
the
to
thing is that we're supposed to say.
we're trying to take over the world, and rate the podcast, guys, on Spotify and Apple, please.
5-star bitch.
5-star bitch. All right, guys, we love you.
We do.
Besitos.
Love y'all.
All right, have a great week and a great weekend, guys. Happy visiting. Love you guys.